In the beginning, there was nothing but the void. Yet, something stirred deep within that nothingness, a divine spark, a whispered word, a profound force that would shape the very essence of the universe. But what if this story, the one we've always known, wasn't the only truth? What if, hidden in the folds of time, there were other stories of creation, each one as profound, as mystifying, as powerful as Genesis itself? What if the secrets of the universe have been buried for centuries, waiting to be uncovered? What if the very way we understand the creation of everything we know is not as simple as it seems? Could it be that the stories from Hinduism, Islam, and even Buddhism, ancient and sacred in their own right, hold the key to unlocking a deeper truth? A truth that could forever change the way we see the world, the universe, and ourselves. In this video, we will venture into realms unknown, uncovering the mysterious and breathtaking creation stories from across the world. You will come to understand the divine dance of gods and forces that have shaped existence itself. You will explore the cyclic nature of life in Hinduism, the will of Allah in Islam, and the timeless truths of Buddhism. And by the end, you'll realize everything you've been told about creation is only part of the story. So, stay with me, because what you're about to discover may leave you questioning everything. Are you ready to unravel the mysteries of creation, to find the answers that have been hidden in plain sight for millennia? Leave a comment below with your thoughts on what you've just heard, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more powerful revelations. Let's dive deep into the ancient truths that have been calling us all along. In the heart of Genesis, the Creator spoke, and from nothingness, all things were brought to life. A singular act of divine will, a breath that whispered across the void, creating light, land, sky, sea, and the very essence of life itself. It was beautiful, purposeful, and perfect. But what if that story, the one we hold so tightly in our hearts, is just one thread in a much grander, more intricate tapestry? What if the universe, the earth, and life itself weren't solely shaped by the words of a single creator, but by the unfolding of divine plans from many perspectives, many voices? Consider the creation stories of other ancient cultures, stories that echo through the halls of time, waiting to be rediscovered. Hinduism, Islam, and Buddhism each offer their own powerful creation narratives, each equally profound, each carrying with it a message that speaks directly to our souls. In the stories of the gods, the great cycles of life, and the divine forces that shape the cosmos, we find not just different interpretations of creation, but a deeper understanding of who we are, where we come from, and the purpose we serve in the great expanse of the universe. In Hinduism, creation is not a singular event, but an eternal, rhythmic cycle, a divine dance that never ends. Brahma, the creator, is just one part of the cosmic trinity. Vishnu, the preserver, ensures that creation flows in harmony, while Shiva, the destroyer, makes way for new beginnings. The universe is born, nurtured, and then dissolved, only to be born again, in a never-ending loop. This cyclical nature of creation speaks to something deeper within us, a recognition that life is not linear, but a series of cycles. We live, we learn, we grow, and then we transform, only to begin again in new forms, each time closer to the divine. This view of creation in Hinduism teaches us that nothing is permanent. It reminds us that the struggles we face, the challenges that feel insurmountable, are part of the eternal rhythm. Just as the universe goes through cycles of birth, life, death, and rebirth, so too do we. And in this eternal cycle, we are not simply passive observers, we are active participants. Our actions, our choices, our intentions, all play a role in the creation of our lives. Every thought we think, every word we speak, is part of the cosmic dance. In the Quran, creation is an act of divine will, Allah's will. With a single command, kun fayakun, be, and it is. The heavens, the earth, and everything in between came into being. There is no ambiguity here. Allah spoke, and the universe obeyed. It is a divine affirmation of power, a proclamation that nothing happens without His will. There is no random chance, no haphazard accident. Everything is part of a divine plan. This understanding of creation in Islam offers us a deep, unwavering sense of purpose. If Allah's will is the force that shapes everything, then our lives too are part of a greater design. Every moment we experience is shaped by divine intention. And while we have free will to choose our path, that path is guided by the presence of Allah in our lives. This gives us comfort, knowing that even in the moments of uncertainty or pain, we are not alone. We are part of something much greater, something that will unfold in its perfect time. And then we turn to Buddhism, where the idea of creation is not centered on a singular deity, but on the interconnectedness of all things. In Buddhist cosmology, the universe is in a constant state of flux. There is no beginning, no end, only an endless cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth. Every moment, every being is in a state of constant becoming. The idea of a creator God is absent, but what remains is the recognition of the impermanence of all things. Everything that exists is a result of causes and conditions, and everything is interconnected. This view teaches us a powerful lesson in letting go. In Buddhism, we understand that attachment to things, whether it is to people, possessions, or even to our own identity, leads to suffering. Just as the universe is in constant motion, so too must we embrace the fluidity of life. We must learn to flow with the currents of existence, letting go of what no longer serves us, allowing space for new experiences, new creations to emerge. Every moment is a chance for rebirth, and we as conscious beings are co-creators in this unfolding universe. The common thread between these creation stories, the stories of Genesis, Hinduism, Islam, and Buddhism, is that they all recognize the profound power of creation. Whether it is the will of a singular God, the cyclical dance of divine forces, or the interconnected flow of existence, creation is a force that shapes everything. It is not something that happens in the past. It is happening right now, in every moment, in every thought, in every action. But what does this mean for us? What does it mean to understand creation as an active, living force? It means that we are not passive recipients of life's events. We are not simply watching the world unfold around us. We are participants, co-creators in the great cosmic dance. Every choice we make, every action we take, ripples out into the world and contributes to the creation of our reality. In this light, our lives are no longer just about survival or striving for success. They are about understanding our role in the larger story of the universe. We are not just living in a world that was created long ago. We are part of the ongoing creation of the universe. And with every breath, with every step we take, we have the power to shape the world around us. Imagine, for a moment, that you are the creator in your own life. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are making it happen. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are the architect of your reality. The universe is your canvas and you are the painter. What will you create? Creation is not something that happened in the past. It is happening right now, within you, around you. It is in every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take. You are not just a passive observer of the world. You are an active participant in its creation. And as you come to understand the divine power of creation, you begin to recognize the incredible power that resides within you. As we move forward in this exploration, keep in mind that creation is not just about making things, it's about becoming. It's about recognizing your own divine potential and stepping into it fully. Just as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva embody the cycles of creation, preservation, and destruction, so too do we embody these forces in our own lives. We create, we preserve, and we let go only to create again. The lesson here is simple yet profound. We are the creators of our own destiny, and as we tap into the divine flow of creation, we begin to shape our world, our lives, and our futures. The universe is not something we passively watch. It is something we actively participate in. We are the creators, and the creation is unfolding within us. In the beginning, there was darkness, but within that void, something extraordinary was waiting to unfold. A spark of life, of divine energy was ignited, and from that moment, the universe began its grand dance of creation. This dance, eternal and unbroken, has woven together every galaxy, every star, every breath of life into the masterpiece that surrounds us. But there is more to this dance than we have been taught, more than we can even imagine. The creation stories, sacred and ancient, hold secrets that have been passed down through generations. But these secrets are not merely to be observed. They are to be lived, experienced, and understood on a deeply personal level. In Hinduism, creation is not a singular event. It is an eternal rhythm that pulses through the universe, unyielding and constant. It is the divine heartbeat of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Gods who embody the cycles of creation, preservation, and destruction. They are the architects of the cosmos, and their work never ends. Creation is a dance of balance, an intricate pattern where everything plays a part. Brahma, the creator, breathes life into the universe. Vishnu, the preserver, ensures that this life thrives in harmony. Shiva, the destroyer, clears the path for new beginnings. This endless cycle reveals a profound truth. Life is not linear, but cyclical. We too live in cycles, seasons of growth, of struggle, of letting go, and of rebirth. When you look at your own life, do you see the cycles? The moments of creation and destruction that shape who you are, who you were, and who you will become. Life, like the universe itself, is in a constant state of becoming. What is it that you are creating right now in your own life? And what are you being asked to let go of so that something new, something even greater, can emerge? Just as the gods of Hinduism engage in an endless dance, we are invited to join in. We are co-creators of our own destiny, sculpting our lives with every thought, every choice, and every action. This is the truth revealed to us in Islam. Creation is not random or chaotic, but it is the will of Allah, spoken into existence with a single command. Kun fayakun, be, and it is. With these words, the heavens and the earth, the stars and the oceans were born. Allah's divine will is the force that shapes the universe. It is a will that is unchanging, absolute, and eternal. Every tree, every mountain, every creature, and every moment in your life is part of this divine plan. And just as creation was brought forth by the command of Allah, so too is your life part of His divine will. This understanding offers us not just comfort, but a sense of purpose. Imagine the power in knowing that your life is not the result of chance, but the unfolding of a divine plan. Every hardship you face, every joy you experience is part of that plan. It's not always easy to see, and it's certainly not always easy to understand, but just as the creation of the universe was not haphazard, neither is your life. There is a higher purpose at work in everything you encounter. Whether you are struggling with loss, striving for success, or simply trying to find peace, know that you are part of a greater story, one that has been written by the divine. And then, there is the profound wisdom of Buddhism. Unlike the creation stories in Genesis or the Quran, Buddhism does not see the universe as the creation of a singular deity. Instead, it presents a view of the universe as a web of interconnectedness, an endless cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth. There is no beginning, and there is no end, only a constant flow of energy and life, each moment building upon the last. Everything arises from causes and conditions, and everything is impermanent. The universe is in a constant state of flux, and so too are we. We are not static beings, but part of an ever-changing flow of existence. In this understanding, we are invited to look at creation not as something fixed, but as something fluid, constantly evolving. Every moment is a new opportunity to create, to shape, to transform. But this transformation is not about creating something external. It's about creating within. The greatest creation we can ever undertake is the creation of our own inner peace, our own understanding, and our own awakening. As the Buddha taught, we are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. This is the power we hold within us. We are not merely observers of creation, passive beings who wait for the universe to unfold before us. We are the creators. We are the sculptors of our own lives. But the key to true creation lies not in controlling the external world, but in mastering the internal world, the mind, the thoughts, the emotions. When we learn to create peace within, we create a world of peace around us. When we learn to create love within, we create a world filled with love. So, what does this all mean for you right now, in this moment? It means that you are part of something much bigger than you can possibly imagine. You are not just living in a world that was created long ago. You are part of the ongoing creation of the universe. You are not simply observing creation from the sidelines. You are a participant in it. You are a co-creator, and your thoughts, your actions, your choices all play a role in the unfolding story of the cosmos. In Hinduism, creation is a dance. In Islam, it is the divine will of Allah. In Buddhism, it is a cycle of interdependence. But in all of these traditions, one truth remains the same. Creation is not something that happened in the past. It is happening right now in this very moment. It is happening in the choices you make, the love you give, and the life you live. The universe is not static. It is dynamic, ever-changing and ever-creating. And you are a part of that creation. So I ask you, what will you create today? What will you bring into the world with your thoughts, your words, your actions? Will you create peace? Will you create love? Will you create a world of joy and abundance? The power is in your hands, and the universe is waiting for you to step into your role as a creator. The dance of creation is yours to join. It is happening right now, and you are the one who holds the key. Embrace your power as a creator. Trust in the divine rhythm of life, and know that you are not alone. Just as the gods, the will of Allah, and the interconnectedness of all things shape the universe, so too does your presence in this world. The universe is constantly evolving, and so are you. Every breath you take, every thought you have, every step you take, is a part of that divine, eternal dance. Embrace it, live it, and create the world you wish to see. In the vast expanse of the universe, amidst the stars and galaxies, there is one profound truth that echoes across time and space. Every life is a reflection of divine creation. Whether it is the will of Allah in Islam, the cyclical dance of gods in Hinduism, or the impermanence and interconnectedness of existence in Buddhism, the concept of creation is not merely a distant story. It is a force that lives within each of us, shaping our reality and our experiences. Just as the universe was born from nothingness, so too are we continually born, transformed, and remade with every breath we take. Creation is not just the beginning of the universe, it is the ongoing act of becoming. In the same way that the divine breath first gave life to the world, it is our own breath, our own thoughts, and our own actions that continue to shape the world around us. But how often do we forget this? How often do we live as though we are passive observers of the world, as though life simply happens to us, rather than recognizing that we are active participants in this ongoing creation? In truth, every moment is an opportunity for creation, for transformation. Every moment is a chance to step into the divine flow of the universe and align ourselves with the cosmic rhythms of creation. In Hinduism, this is made clear by the eternal cycle of life and death, creation and destruction. The gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, embody the forces of creation, preservation, and destruction, each playing a unique role in maintaining the balance of the universe. Brahma creates, Vishnu preserves, and Shiva dissolves, making way for new life to emerge. But this cycle is not distant, it is within us. We too experience these cycles in our lives. We are creators, preserving forces of life, and also destroyers, letting go of what no longer serves us in order to make space for what is to come. This cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction is not something we observe from afar. It is something we live and breathe every single day. Think of the times when you faced challenges, when you felt as though you were losing yourself, when your world seemed to be falling apart. These moments of destruction, of shedding the old and the broken, are not to be feared. They are part of the divine process of creation. Just as Shiva dissolves the old to make way for new beginnings, so too do we undergo our own cycles of destruction. Moments when we must let go of who we were in order to step into who we are meant to be. And in these moments, we must remember that destruction is not an end. It is a necessary part of the process. It is the fertile soil from which new life can grow. In Islam, the creation story is centered around the will of Allah. The universe is formed not by chance, but by a divine command, kun fayakun, be, and it is. Allah's will is the force that shapes everything, from the smallest grain of sand to the vast expanse of the cosmos. Every creation, every moment, every breath is part of His divine plan, and just as the universe was created by His will, so too are our lives shaped by His plan. We are not random beings, lost in the chaos of existence. We are part of a divine story, a story that is unfolding with every choice we make, every action we take. Allah's will is not distant from us, it is within us, guiding us, shaping us, and leading us toward our ultimate purpose. In this divine unfolding, we are called to align ourselves with the will of Allah. We are called to live our lives with intention, with purpose, knowing that every action we take is part of a greater design. When we live in accordance with His will, we become co-creators in the ongoing work of creation. We shape the world around us not through force or control, but through surrender to the divine flow of life. We are not simply passive observers of creation, we are active participants, shaping the world with every choice we make. And then there is Buddhism, which offers a radically different view of creation. Rather than seeing the universe as the creation of a singular deity, Buddhism teaches us that all things are interconnected. The universe is in a constant state of flux, with everything arising and passing away according to causes and conditions. There is no beginning and no end, only an endless cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth. This understanding of creation teaches us that we are not separate from the world around us. We are part of the ongoing flow of existence, each of us influencing the world in ways we may not even fully understand. Every thought, every action, every moment is part of the web of life that connects us all. This understanding of creation invites us to see life not as something we control, but as something we flow with. The Buddha teaches that suffering arises from attachment, our desire to control or cling to things that are impermanent. Creation, in the Buddhist sense, is not about holding on to what is, but about letting go. It is about surrendering to the flow of life and allowing ourselves to be shaped by it. This doesn't mean we are passive. Rather, we are active participants in the unfolding of life, but we do so with the understanding that everything is in constant motion, and our role is to flow with it, not against it. As we step into this understanding of creation, we must ask ourselves, how are we shaping the world around us? Are we participating in the divine dance of creation, or are we standing on the sidelines, waiting for life to happen to us? Creation is not a passive act. It is an ongoing, living force, and we are part of it. We are co-creators of our lives and the world we live in. But to truly step into this role, we must let go of our need for control, our attachment to the way things are, and trust in the flow of life. We must recognize that, like the cycles of creation and destruction in Hinduism, the will of Allah in Islam, and the interconnected flow of life in Buddhism, we too are part of something greater than ourselves. We are part of a divine unfolding that is happening right now, in this very moment. In the dance of creation, we are not passive observers, we are active participants. We shape the world around us with every thought, every action, every choice. And as we align ourselves with the divine flow of creation, we begin to realize that we are not separate from the universe. We are an integral part of it. The power to create, to shape, to transform is within us. Every moment is an opportunity to step into this power, to become co-creators in the divine unfolding of the universe. So I ask you, what are you creating today? How are you shaping the world around you? Are you embracing the cycles of life, trusting in the divine flow, and stepping into your role as a creator? The universe is waiting for you to step into your power. The divine dance of creation is unfolding right now, and you are an essential part of it. It is time to embrace your role, to trust in the flow, and to create the life you were meant to live. Creation is not merely an event in time, it is an unfolding mystery, a divine process that permeates every aspect of existence. We are not just the passive observers of creation. We are active participants in it. The universe, with all its beauty, its pain, its chaos, and its harmony, is an ongoing masterpiece, being created moment by moment, breath by breath. The story of creation is not locked away in ancient texts, nor is it confined to mythological tales of gods and cosmic forces. It is alive, living within each of us, waiting for us to awaken to its power, to recognize our role in the divine unfolding of the world around us. In the quiet moments when you close your eyes, can you feel it? The pulse of life, the deep, resonating heartbeat of the universe that beats within your chest. You are part of this great symphony, a melody that stretches back to the very beginning of time and stretches forward into eternity. You are not a random accident of nature. You are part of a grand design, a divine plan, unfolding as we speak. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take is part of that creation. You are not separate from the universe. You are one with it, and as you shape your thoughts and your actions, you shape the world around you. Consider the way the universe itself was created. The heavens and the earth were formed not through random chance, but through divine will. From the beginning of time, there has been a force, a will, that has shaped the cosmos, creating order out of chaos, bringing light out of darkness, and life out of nothing. This force is not distant from us. It is within us. It is the divine energy that flows through everything, from the stars in the sky to the very cells in your body. You too are part of this divine creation, a thread woven into the fabric of the universe. Think of the seasons, how they come and go, one after the other, in perfect harmony. The trees bud in the spring, bloom in the summer, shed their leaves in the fall, and rest in the winter. The cycle is unbroken, and in it we find a profound lesson. Creation is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. The universe is always evolving, always growing, always being created anew. This cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction is not something that happens only in the distant past. It is happening now, in every moment of our lives. In Hinduism, the divine cycle of creation is beautifully embodied in the lives of the gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma creates, Vishnu preserves, and Shiva dissolves, allowing for the rebirth of all things. Each god plays a unique role in maintaining the balance of the universe. They are the creators, the sustainers, and the destroyers, and this cycle continues endlessly. But what if this cycle, so beautifully depicted in Hinduism, is not just the domain of the gods? What if we too are called to create, preserve, and let go in our own lives? Every day we are faced with choices that shape our reality. We can create new beginnings in our lives by choosing to let go of the old, just as Shiva dissolves what no longer serves the greater purpose of the universe. We can preserve the things that nourish us, just as Vishnu ensures the harmony of life continues. And we can create new opportunities, new possibilities, new realities, just as Brahma breathes life into the world. We are the creators of our own lives, and just as the gods work in eternal cycles, so too must we embrace the cycles of creation, destruction, and rebirth in our own journey. The power of creation is not only a divine gift, it is a responsibility. Creation is not something we do once and forget. It is an ongoing process, a continuous act of bringing life into being. The world is shaped by our choices, our thoughts, and our actions. When we recognize our role in this great creation, we begin to see that everything we do matters. Every word we speak, every decision we make is part of the divine tapestry, woven into the fabric of the universe. We are not merely living in the world, we are actively participating in the shaping of it. In Islam, the creation story emphasizes the divine will of Allah, who spoke the universe into existence with the words kun fayakun, be and it is. This is not just a command that brought the world into being. It is a reminder that every moment, every breath is an act of divine creation. Allah's will is the force that shapes everything in the universe, and we too are part of that divine will. Every moment of our lives is part of a greater plan, unfolding in perfect harmony. When we understand this, we begin to see that our lives are not random. They are part of a grand design. Every challenge, every triumph, every joy, and every sorrow is part of a divine plan. We are not simply living in a world that happens to us, we are part of the divine will that shapes that world. Every action we take, every choice we make, is part of the unfolding of that plan. We are co-creators with Allah, shaping our lives and the world around us with every decision, every breath, every thought. In Buddhism, the creation story is one of interdependence and impermanence. Everything is connected. Every thought, every action, every word ripples out and influences the world around us. The universe is constantly in motion, always shifting, always changing. There is no beginning and no end, only the eternal flow of life. And in this flow, we are called not to control, but to surrender. We are called not to hold on to what is, but to embrace what is becoming. This is where true creation begins, not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering ourselves. True creation is not about forcing things to happen, but about aligning ourselves with the flow of life, surrendering to the divine process, and trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. When we align ourselves with this flow, we begin to create not just the world around us, but ourselves. We become co-creators with the universe, shaping our own lives and the world around us through the power of our thoughts, our actions, and our intentions. In this divine unfolding, we are reminded that we are not separate from the universe. We are one with it. Every thought we think, every word we speak, every action we take is part of the creation of the world around us. We are not passive observers. We are active participants in the divine process of creation. And as we step into this understanding, we begin to recognize our own power as creators. The universe is alive with creation, and so are we. Every moment is an opportunity to create. Every moment is a chance to step into our divine power and shape the world around us. So, what will you create today? Will you create peace, love, and joy? Will you create a life that reflects the divine will, that reflects the beauty and power of creation? The world is waiting for you to step into your power, to embrace your role as a co-creator in the divine unfolding of the universe. The dance of creation is unfolding right now, and you are an essential part of it. The universe is waiting for you to step into your power, to trust in the divine flow, and to create the life you were meant to live. Every moment is a chance to shape the world around you, to create beauty, to create love, to create a life of purpose and meaning. You are not just living in the world, you are co-creating it. As we stand on the edge of this vast and mysterious universe, let us take a moment to pause, to reflect, and to recognize the incredible power that lies within us all. We are not simply bystanders, waiting for life to happen to us. We are the architects of our own existence, the co-creators of our lives, and the divine energy that flows through the universe. We are part of something greater than ourselves, something beautiful, something vast, something eternal. And with every thought, every action, every breath, we are actively participating in the creation of this world. From the ancient stories of Genesis to the divine cycles of Hinduism, the will of Allah in Islam, and the interconnected flow of life in Buddhism, the message is clear. Creation is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process. The world is constantly unfolding, constantly evolving, and we, as participants in this grand design, hold the power to shape it. But in order to truly embrace this power, we must first awaken to our role in the divine story that is being written in every moment of our lives. Every challenge you face, every moment of struggle, is not a sign of defeat, but a call to transformation. It is in these moments of difficulty that the greatest opportunities for growth are found. Just as the universe is in constant motion, so too are we. We are not meant to stay stagnant, to remain the same. We are meant to grow, to evolve, to become more than we ever thought possible. And in this journey of transformation, we are not alone. The divine energy of the universe is with us, guiding us, supporting us, and showing us the way forward. In this divine unfolding, we are reminded that we are not separate from the universe. We are one with it. The cycles of creation, destruction, and rebirth that we see in the world around us are the same cycles that exist within us. We are not merely observers of life. We are active participants in its creation. And as we step into our role as co-creators with the divine, we begin to realize the incredible power we hold within us. With every breath, every thought, every action, we have the ability to shape the world around us and bring forth the life we truly desire. But with this power comes responsibility. The world we create is a reflection of the choices we make. Every word we speak, every decision we take, is an opportunity to align ourselves with the divine flow of creation or to resist it. We must choose wisely, for the universe is not indifferent to our actions. It responds to us, shaping itself according to the energy we put into it. And when we align ourselves with the divine will, with the natural flow of the universe, we find that life becomes a smooth, effortless journey. Doors open, opportunities arise, and we begin to see the beauty in every moment. I invite you to take a moment now, to pause and reflect. What are you creating in your life? What is the energy you are putting into the world? Are you living in alignment with your highest self, or are you allowing fear, doubt, and negativity to shape your reality? The power to transform your life is in your hands, and it begins with the simple act of aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the divine energy that flows through you. If this video has touched your heart, if it has brought light into your soul, or if it has helped you find clarity in the midst of darkness, I invite you to support this channel in whatever way feels right for you. Every gesture, no matter how small, is a priceless gift to me. By supporting this space, you are helping me to continue sharing these divine messages, to bring more light and love into the world. Together, we are creating something beautiful, something sacred. And for that, I thank you from the deepest part of my heart. As we close, let us remember, we are not alone in this journey. The universe is always with us, guiding us, supporting us, and co-creating with us. Every moment is an opportunity to step into our divine power, to create the life we are meant to live, and to become the co-creators of the world we wish to see. Let us embrace this power with love, with gratitude, and with the understanding that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. As you continue on your journey, carry this truth with you. You are not just living in the world, you are actively creating it. And the world you create is a reflection of the energy you put into it. So, step forward with confidence, with faith, and with the knowledge that you are an essential part of this divine, eternal dance of creation. Thank you for being part of this journey, for supporting this channel, and for sharing in the light of truth. May the divine energy continue to guide and empower you on your path. If this message has resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to continue receiving these words of wisdom and light. You are deeply appreciated, and your support means the world to me. Thank you for being part of this sacred space. May peace, love, and creation flow through you always.